Hello!
Hey,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Controller Chronicles podcast, episode 7.
Yeah.
fucking outrageous, boys. Outrageous.
How have we
7.
made it?
Yeah, we've done exceptionally well to get to 7, I think, to be fair.
And not be cancelled.
Yeah, we've not even remotely been cancelled yet, so
And
it's
no slap Fletchy, I'm just saying.
they've not they've not clicked on yet, so happy days, happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of time
Ah.
for it. Plenty of time
Mhm.
for it. But yeah, no, episode 7. Thank you again to everybody who's obviously watched everything so far. It's been an interesting journey so far. I think you'll agree.
Very much so.
It's been good. Some good moments, some good conversation, and some interesting topics covered. I know today certainly is the topics that we're covering today is a bit different. Bit more conversational rather than a straight out question, which is nice. It's a wee bit of a difference. So yeah, I will hand over to Mr. Fletcher as he is going to take us away today.
Yes. Just before we start, boys, June is Men's Mental. That's not even mental health. It's Male Health Month.
Yep.
It's an awareness month on all aspects of mental health. So, us three are gentlemen. It's important to keep an eye on all aspects of our health.
Hmm.
Agreed.
Specifically from my perspective of mental health. So, yeah, just be aware of everyone's ailments and needs, and just be respectful, I guess.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
mean
of
it's
the
a
loot.
it's a well covered topic that we've covered on the channel
Mm.
quite a lot, and I think it deserves it. It warrants the the talking about it and everything else.
Exactly.
So yeah,
The discussion, basically. I mean, just because somebody looks like they're fine doesn't mean they're fine.
yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't matter if it's mental or physical or whatever. It's like, don't assume that somebody's going to be A-okay.
Yeah, no,
We are
absolutely.
we are the worst for talking. Men are the worst for talking.
Specifically me and Nipper. Because we will just shut the fuck up. We'll not tell you.
yeah.
But in fairness, for me at least, between the two of you, I'm warming up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
like
course, mate.
a slow blooming flower.
Sure. Like
beautiful flower.
a wee tulip over there.
We
At least I'm
tulip,
not weed.
we red tulip. Good.
Love it. Right, boys. On to pressing matters.
Go
I'm
for it.
going to open the floor. We've done obviously games we would like remastered. Um, what consoles would you want to remaster?
Ooh.
Well, you know
And
what?
and what changes would you make? Would you keep
Oh, in
it the
that case,
same
there you go.
graphics? Would you keep it same hardware, same games? Like, how would you change it if you were going to
Okay.
make changes?
Mine is going to be relatively short and sweet. So, mine have a
You
start.
open the
Yep.
floor, mate. On you
Cool.
go.
So, there's only one. There's only one option for me. And it's a Nintendo 64. So that I have so many good memories about that. Just sitting in my room at I was staying with my mom when I was a child, obviously. Sitting there playing Mario, playing Star Fox, Lilac Wars, as I've said before, playing Pilot Wings, as I've said before. Just absolutely loving, just loving life. I had three cares in the world: watching Power Rangers, going to school, which I didn't like, and then playing computer games. So I was always happy. Now,
Yeah.
changing it, I'd keep the base shape, keep it. Found it fantastic. Probably upgrade the hardware a little bit, very much so. As for the games, always have the ability to backwards compatible. Maybe download them or whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, this piece of piss, you can get a ROM online for a game very easily.
Mhm.
The one big change I'm making is the controller.
Oh,
I'm just changing the colour to black. That's it. That controller is unbelievably annoying yet magical, and it's the only change I'm making. Make it wireless. You make it black. It's because I like a black controller. That's
mm-hmm.
it. Like, give it an HDMI port. That's really it, man. That's
Yep,
no too. Let's say for me, it's short and sweet. That's it. I know
yep.
you. probably go a bit more in depth, but short and sweet for me for this one. Yeah, on you go.
Nipper, on you go, mate.
So mine's is the Dreamcast.
Oof.
It's a bit of a nostalgia pick because it's one of the first consoles that I had that allowed obviously the online play, which is obviously quite a big thing. The reason I would pick it is because you've obviously got the potential to have console exclusives from Sega as well, with it being made by them. So I think an upgrade in the hardware, correcting what you're saying in terms of update it HDMI, make it all proper, professional and upscale to today's standards. The thing I liked about just the way it looked, the Dreamcast, the way the console looked, it was sleek and white and it just looked nice, and you could see in the top and you could see the disc spinning, and it just just little things like that made it a bit different to anything that had been put out. There was obviously the 4 controller ports in the front as well, which obviously N64's got that as well, but it wasn't really a done thing. You had your 2 controller ports, and that was pretty much it. So it encouraged, more than couch co-op, which we mentioned obviously in the last episode, that it's quite a huge thing. So it encourages that, which is what gaming's all about, isn't it? Hanging about with your mates. So yeah, Dreamcast for me would be my choice on that one, Fletch.
100%. Awesome choices. I am going to go for the GameCube. And I would be keeping it very much the same. The only changes I would be making to it is slapping the HDMI port on it, slapping an internal hard drive in there, because saving games was an absolute bitch on the GameCube. And I'd very much just keep it the same. I remember a lot of GameCube games, especially the Sonic games, that were just I would happily go back and play now. Absolutely fantastic. Replayability on a lot of the games. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Smash Bros and stuff as well was excellent. So GameCube is for me, boys. So yeah, that's great. If anyone, the viewers or that, has a particular console they want to remaster, just hit us up in the comments, and I will pass over to you, Nipper.
Okay, mate. Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, the viewer comments as well would be good, because we've obviously picked 3 of, the more popular consoles that are from our time, and
honestly, but
it'd be interesting to find out if there's any different opinions out there, and what anybody else would be able to bring to that. So yeah, no, absolutely. But again, 3 classic consoles, by the way. Just honestly, that out as well. So.
Just beautiful pieces of technology, except the N64 controller that needed to be wireless. That's it.
Yeah. Did you not find that, just while we're on that subject, did you not find the actual shape of the N64 controller a little bit awkward for some games?
Nipper, I need you to understand something. That controller pissed me off to such a fucking degree. But I wouldn't change it, and I can't tell you why. It was just
part of the charm, was it?
Exactly. It's like, it was a really weird shape. You had, if you've never seen it, consider it like a trident, basically. You're basing, you got your 3 points, obviously, spin round. So you'd have your up and left and right on the left hand side, which was far up. You'd have your 4 buttons there, so like A B X Y, I think it was something like that.
Yep.
A B Y Z or whatever, and then you'd have they were on the right hand side. Then right in the middle port, you'd have your joystick.
Yep.
But we're not done yet, because then underneath that you had a Z button.
Yeah.
And then you had like 2 buttons in the middle. It's like, whoever thought of that was either very high or very dumb or both.
Yeah, or both.
But I fucking loved it. Genuinely, like, it was beautiful.
I had the same feelings when I first picked up an Xbox controller as well. I was really confused with an Xbox controller when I first got an Xbox.
Yeah. Just a massively different shape, wasn't it? Because it was the Xbox ones where I found, and even now still, I found they're a lot deeper, a lot chunkier to hold on to.
Very much so. Like, let's see, I went for I went for an Xbox controller because I had a PlayStation 2, so for a while obviously, but then once you went to the 360, that was pretty much anybody. You had that for so long. See, trying going back to a PlayStation controller. Oh, I felt like I was going to snap it in half.
Yeah.
But see, going to an Xbox controller now, I am confused as all fuck. I don't know what I'm doing. It feels wrong in my hands. It's about the only way I can put it. I mean, I know it takes you a couple of years, but it feels wrong in my hands, which is why I prefer a smaller controller that I can abuse.
Yeah, I think a decent controller makes a console. Like having
totally
a decent
Honestly,
yeah.
It's also can't be lost on people that the Controller Chronicles are discussing controllers.
And it wasn't intentional.
And then we did not even plan that in any way, shape, or form. So you're right, though. They just because of the comfort and the ability to not think about it when you've got the controller in your hand makes the rest of it a lot more enjoyable. So yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, you're right, Fletch. It does
says
make
it all.
the console.
The high majority of PC gamers use a controller.
Yeah, well, I do.
I ain't learning a mouse and keyboard. I'm told that shit.
I lack the dexterity and the extra fingers that require to make that possible.
I've got fucking stubby fingers, mate. I've not got lanky bastard. Exactly.
Yeah.
What chance have we got? I've got bare paws. I can't do much with them.
Exactly. Great for finger blasting, but no for playing M&K. So.
It's got a point, though. It's got a point.
Fair point.
Them's the breaks. You can't have it all. Can't have it all.
You can't. You just
so. We mentioned obviously in the intro that a lot of the topics that we're discussing are a bit more conversational. So mine's kind of feeds into that a little bit more, and just with everything that's happened gaming wise that's come out this year. The topic I wanted to bring to the party today was with the increase in small and indie developers that are appearing or have appeared, I would say, in the last sort of 5 to 10 years. Have the bigger developers or the more famous and more renowned developers, have they become lazy and a bit complacent? And I think, if I can just kick this off by carrying on, I think the answer is yes. I can't think of a better example than Expedition 33.
Aye.
That is a small developer that's developed that with a team of about 30 people that have absolutely blown the shit out of everything so far this year. And they've done it in a way that they've kind of looked at. So if you compare it to the likes of turn-based games with Final Fantasy is the obvious one, right, to compare it against. Square Enix has been telling Final Fantasy fans for years that they don't want turn-based games anymore. It doesn't happen. It doesn't suit the pacing of today's games, which I understand what they're trying to say on the face of it. But Expedition 33 just literally turns that all upside down. Because it is comfortably one of the best games I've ever played. The story's engaging. The combat's brilliant, despite it being turn-based.
Oh aye.
The characters are fully fleshed out along with the story. And this team has developed that game with a small, it's not a massive studio. It's not like Square Enix, who have got like studios upon studios with hundreds and thousands of staff that are there working on these games for years and years. So my question and sort of my conversational point to you guys is, do you think the higher end developers, so the really people, the big names in gaming, do you think as developers and publishers they have become complacent and lazy?
You want to take it, Fletchy?
Yeah, I'll take it
I
because I'll
mean,
be I'll probably have a shorter answer, mate.
fair.
Yeah, I fully agree with yourself. It's a definite yes. Speaking from a first-person shooter fan, um, you have to look at the likes of your DayZ, your Arma 2, your Arma Reforger. There's another one that's just slipped my mind. They're all made from smaller smaller studios, smaller publishers, and if you look at Twitch, they are kicking the arse out of your Call of Duties, your Battlefields, unfortunately. um, and the other one, you have to think. You guys will probably remember when PUBG came out.
Aye.
One of the early battle royales.
Oh yeah.
That was made from a smaller studio, and look how popular that was over the
Yeah.
likes of Call of Duty.
Mhm.
That went 1-on-1 with Black Ops 4, which was Call of Duty's battle royale
Yeah.
before
But
Flet-
Warzone.
PUBG's the biggest selling battle royale game of all time. So
So
there
Flet-
is no question.
Fletch, correct me if I'm wrong here, but did PUBG no actually was PUBG no originally a mod for an
yeah,
Arma maybe?
yes, it was.
Did that, it's less that it's came for it's came for probably a few probably
Day DayZ,
probably probably even double figures of people just
Yeah.
making that as a mod.
yeah, DayZ was an Arma mod as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at this. We're getting mods of games being more popular than the big time studios. So and what's happening is these games have been out for years, and the big studios still haven't woken up.
Yeah.
No.
They're still releasing half finished games. They're still making those wait 4 months for a DLC to fix the issues.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just. I don't want to say too much because I've got to lead it on to what Flub's topic is. But yes, in short, they are lazy and complacent.
Yeah.
Mr. Flump, over to you.
You said you was going to be short and sweet. I think mine's going to be sweet. It's aye. A lot of them are just taking the piss. They are half. Whether or not they're half-arsing it is a different story. Whether or not that's down to a time issue, probably more likely a financial issue, or recently, as I've been reading about the leadership, specifically Bungie's leadership, they just don't give a fuck. Like, I'll go into that wee bit. So Bungie's leadership recently it's come out that that the developers obviously working for Bungie, people that are making Destiny, Marathon, whatever, they wanted to implement a lot of stuff that the community wants into the game, and the leadership just basically just went, nah, can't be arsed. They didn't want that. We can't afford it. And then fucking Big Pete's going off and buying like fucking cars and Hussies and yachts, and it's. I'm willing. I think it's yes, but it's a bit more nuanced in the sense that I don't think it's the people on the floor, if you want to call it, like the people that are creating the games, the
Yeah.
programmers, developers, artists, essentially. I think it's more leadership that are running the show don't really give a shit unless it's going to make money, and if it's not going to make money, they don't really care.
Yeah.
So that's it's,
Yeah.
it's yes, it's no, but yes, but it's no.
Yeah.
I know
You
it's
just.
maybe sorry, maybe a bit of a non-answer, but I think yes, they are the lead. The leadership of these companies just don't care.
Yeah.
So the artist developers, they're the ones that do, but they can only do what
Yeah.
they're told, I guess.
Yeah, it's following orders, and you wonder like the amount of what I find, and I like a game obviously that's well polished and that's there from the start, and you wonder how much of that comes down to how much just genuine love is put into a game when it's being developed and it's being
Mm.
made. And I think it's, to be honest, it's probably the same in all walks of life. When a company becomes a certain size, it tends to like, customer service or the service or whatever it is they're offering tends to take a little bit of a back seat in, and for more profitable things. And you just wonder where like I keep going back to Expedition 33 because it's the most recent example that I can think of a game that's just well done,
Very,
was
very.
was was good on release. Like there wasn't an immediate sort of patch that needed to fix a shitload of stuff. And it just looked like the developer and the whole team just looked like they poured everything they had into it rather than it being a corporate, oh, here's the next fucking FIFA game or here's the next
Aye.
Call of Duty. And we've taken 60% of the assets that were in last year's game and they're exactly the fucking same again. So, have fun. Give us 80 quid. Like,
Aye.
what the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
so the financial aspect can't be the be all and end all, but you need to look at the fact that obviously Expedition 33 was a day one Game Pass download, right? But take that away from it. The game, even if you were buying it on Steam, if you were buying it on whatever else, right? The game was like 40 quid. And you think about if you're comparing it to like a Final Fantasy, which is obviously what they're looking to into that sort of genre, right? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out last year, and like you could be upwards of 100 quid for like deluxe editions and collector's editions and things like that. It's fucking ludicrous.
Outrageous, by the way.
I'm looking at you, James, who'll be watching this.
Yeah, exactly. He's daft for it. Absolutely daft for it. But you're just like, but you're getting. I get it. You get statues and you get all sorts of other collect. I understand that and that's brilliant. But see, when the game's half-arsed, what's the fucking point?
Aye. You're right. You're
What
right.
is the point? It just pisses me off, to be honest with you. And it annoys me that a studio that just can put a dedicated 2 years into working on a game and pour everything that they have into a game can basically outperform the leaders in the video game industry by some margin.
Clear. Like you say it was day one Game Pass, which was true.
Yep.
But I've seen a lot of people sort of when I'm reading online that they went and bought the game because it was that good. Like they went and said, "Oh, cool! I'll go on Game Pass. It's fantastic." They actually went out and then bought the game, and that's
Says a
testament
lot.
to just how good it is.
Exactly.
And even more of a testament is I made a fucking apology to the French and the turn-based games. That's even worse. That's everything. Like I
That's
don't
how you know.
I really apologise for any opinion I've got, but I did there, and and also I'm still like playing it now, and I'd like to point out that Simon can suck every piece, and I mean every single muscle and minuscule area of my asshole.
Yeah, it's
But I'm
not a
going to beat him at
pleasant
one
boss
point.
fight.
Love it.
It's not a pleasant boss
I
fight.
hate it. I love it, but I hate it. But I love it, but I hate it.
But you can also it's the fact that you can actually, when you're playing the game, you can actually feel the effort and the love and the sheer determination to make something for gamers. Not make something that makes money. Make something for gamers that they can actually enjoy.
Something that they want, something they genuinely not only love, but they wanted to play.
Precisely. Square Enix, take fucking note.
Right. Right, now, this is actually quite interesting because obviously we'll be speaking about this as well. And this leads me into something that I've been thinking about quite recently, actually. So, you're saying games are coming out half-assed and sort of our companies lazy and whatnot. Now, this might be a bit long, my explanation for my discussion topic, but there's a reason for it because it's a whole long line. So, how much good faith does a company need for them to have time to fix a broken game, and at the same time, should we allow them? Allow them to actually have time to fix the game because at the minute I'm unsure. because I know also I'd probably say one of you two go first, but I need to get this. I need to get this off, otherwise I'm going to forget it. So the reason I'm asking this is I've got four. I've got like four games recently that have come out. Maybe the past few years, 4 or 5, depending on one of them, and it's like they have come out absolute shit shows. Like it has been a fucking horror show. But all four of them have either had time or they were forgotten about enough that when they did get fixed, it was good. So we're going to start off with Cyberpunk, obviously, because that's the big one for me at least. That came out. That was shut up, Siobhan, my boy. So so that one, Cyberpunk came out. That was I can't, I can't even say it was a mess because that would be giving it a compliment. It was a horrible, just buggy, messy, broken pile of dog shit. And it didn't matter if you played it on PC or console. It was an absolute travesty. But it was CD Projekt Red, so they had a lot of good faith that they could fix it from also the Witcher series and whatnot. And to be fair, they fixed it. Update after update after update after update after DLC after update. They told us there was going to be no more updates. Then there was another update. And for me, as you say, that shows a love and a passion specifically for that game that they really wanted to make it right. And they did. To be honest with you, that is Expedition Tetris is probably one of the best games I've played in a long time. Cyberpunk is right up there as well. So it's like good I think they had enough good faith during the Witcher series to actually give it time. Which if it had 6 more months in the oven, probably wouldn't have been an issue. Again, we're going to go with No Man's Sky. This is slightly different, but again, came out buggy shit show, horrible to play. But the game, I think it's the game director Sean Murray. He came out. He was incredibly honest, incredibly transparent, and they didn't have any good faith. But with him coming out and just basically saying, "Look, we're gonna do this," a lot of people were like, "Right, Ken, what? Fair enough. We'll give it a bash." And again, update after update after update. That game, you could start that game. You could sink days into it, and it would just be an amazing bit of fun. Just like, so they didn't have any goodwill to start with, but they gained that goodwill because they were honest and transparent, which is very rare in gaming nowadays. So we'll go Star Wars Outlaws as well. Sorry, Nipper. Sorry. I'm taking forever, I know. So you got Star Wars. So obviously you got Star Wars Outlaws. That was a broken buggy bastard of a mess. And if I'm honest with you, that one sort of I think that was forgotten about really. And a lot of people forgot about it. But over time, update after update after DLC, that has genuinely become a really fun game to play. They've fixed a lot of the shit that was wrong with it, and it's just a fun game to play. It's no groundbreaking. It's no one of the best games you ever played. It's just a fun Star Wars game to play. And that was I did have the 3 specifically, but earlier on the day as I was getting ready for D&D this afternoon, one popped in my head that was I'm surprised I never thought about it anyway. But the GTA Remastered Definitive Edition, Jesus fucking Christ, GTA Trilogy, basically the Definitive Edition, the one that landed about as well as a whale on land.
Aye.
Had to flip shite. That was I bought it because I thought it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great, nostalgic as fuck. It was fine.
Pile of shit.
And it was. But like, what kind of got me was Rockstar literally took the people that remade that game off the credits. They took it off the game. It was Grove Street Games that did it. Now, when you remaster a game and you do such a poor job that Rockstar take you off the fucking game, you know you're fucked up.
Yeah, well,
you have absolutely fucked that up. And they did get somebody else in. They remade it, and you know what? They fixed it. It was a much better version. And I played through the 3 when it was fixed, quote unquote. It was fun. It was nostalgic. kind of wish I got my money back, but it is what it is. So that sort of that was my wee debate. That was that. I know it was long. I needed to get that off my chest because I would have forgot. So what I'm going to put to you two is, because I'd like to debate about this. I'd like to hear both your opinions. So it's like, how much good faith should we give a company, and or are we just basically are we being taken for granted so they can fire out a half-assed product and they'll assume that we'll just wait because they are, I don't know, fucking Square Enix or fucking Activision or Ubisoft or EA, and how can we stop them basically essentially taking the piss, or do they just stop the fucking half, or just it's good faith enough basically. It's good faith enough, and there we go.
Yeah, I think, to be perfectly honest, good faith isn't good enough. I understand what you're saying about some developers who maybe get it slightly wrong and they've not really got a track record. So, like you mentioned, obviously with Cyberpunk, and then obviously with the Witcher games, because they'd done the job that they'd done on the Witcher games. I think naturally there was a little bit of faith there, but the problem is, it's not the fact that it's a bit of faith that you're given, it's how bad Cyberpunk was when it was released.
Oh, exactly.
Like how that got through testing and through. I think the problem is there's no regulation. So from like independent like bodies and stuff. So me and you could create a game and we could release it out into the wild, and that would be it. So there's no regulation on the service or the product that's being provided. It's very difficult for anything to happen. The only way that you'll make things happen is to hit these companies where it hurts, and that's financially. So the problem you've got with that is you need hundreds of thousands, millions of people to do what you're doing, and it never works that way because of how big these companies are. For me, I don't think there should be any faith automatically given. I think if you release a bucket of shit into the gaming industry, you deserve all of the criticism and everything that comes your way. You would have to give props for the developers that do come back and fully fix it. The thing I would say about in Cyberpunk is the big example on this topic. The thing you would say about Cyberpunk is they pulled it. So they released it. It was an absolute shit show. And then they were like, no, fuck this. We need to pull this. Like, nobody can buy this anymore. So they pulled it completely from, like, you couldn't buy it at any point.
They pulled it everywhere, basically.
Yeah, they were refunding people and all the rest of it, right? So then they obviously went away and put a proper patch into it to basically fix the game from the ground up, and then released it properly. And it turned into one of the better games that's out there, to be perfectly honest. So I think if a company comes out and is transparent and says, like, sorry lads, we completely fucked that up, we're going to pull it, we're going to stop people from buying it, and then we'll fix it and we'll be back. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is releasing a game that's a hot pile of garbage, leaving it to be still sold when everybody knows it's a pile of shit while they're working on patches to fix it. I just think it's highly unethical, if I'm honest. I think it's just bullshit. But because there's no regulation, there's no repercussions in terms of like fines or anything like that. So they're not concerned about the three of us not buying their game, because who gives a fuck? It's a drop in the ocean for them. So I think until there's more strict regulation and legislation that governs releases and the quality of product that's put out there, you probably won't see a difference, and you'll see the odd game that comes out and it's a pile of shit, and the company then spends the next year releasing patch after patch to fix it, because that's just the way it happens.
You're no wrong. You're no wrong.
Yeah. So that, that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. Just
You're
do
too-
better.
Just do better, eh? That's all we're asking for.
Exactly.
From my perspective, I think the state of games got worse when they stopped letting the player base do alpha testing and beta testing.
Yeah.
Because I've alpha tested, beta tested Destiny. I don't know if you guys did. The first
Mhm.
Destiny. I have done Fortnite. I played Fortnite when it was an absolute pile of shit before it was released to the general public, and I will admit it released a whole better game than what the beta was. Beta tested Battlefield games and still got hardline.
Your
No,
favourite
like,
game.
yeah, you're totally right. I would rather a developer come out and say we are delaying release for 3 months than release a pile of shit.
Aye.
I'll accept it. I'll accept if the developer comes out and goes, look,
Mhm.
we're not happy with the product and the timeline we've got. We're going to delay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. At least you're accepting that. But to delay and still release a piece of shit, Battlefield 2042, is just, yeah, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah,
And
it's
like
not on.
I'm sure I said that a few episodes ago. They're saying for the next Battlefield they're releasing this year, and they've already delayed it until March next year. So consider me right.
See, I prefer a delay over bullshit. Because when you look at GTA 6, they've delayed GTA 6 for a year to polish it up and get it ready, and that's honestly they cannot come like with something that they can't come out with that and have it a pile of shit.
On
Like they for the it's no factual, but the rumours is it's like a £2 billion project.
Yeah.
If that comes out and it's a pile of shit, fair enough, people are still going to buy it. But if that comes out and it's bad, ooh,
put it
Yeah.
this way,
Problems.
they have milked the shit out of GTA 5. How many consoles have they released it on? Not
nearly
me.
nearly as many as Skyrim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
like,
think I've bought GTA 5 like 4 times.
yeah, me too.
Genuinely, and it's not even. It's just because, like, across different consoles, or it was the only console I had at the time, or whatever it was.
That's
But
just see, I'm at 3 because PS3, PS4, and then I bought it for PC.
yeah,
Fucking what? That's
PS3,
outrageous.
5, yeah, I'm all the way. And
nuts.
I'm not bothered to buy it.
No, it's you get your enjoyment out of it, but it's only because you know what you're buying is a quality game. You
It's
know
good.
it's no shite. It's no pile of shit. Whereas other ones are just you pay £80 and you're like, I could have got kicked in the balls for that, and I would have felt better about myself.
Yeah, absolutely,
Essentially,
absolutely.
fucking it's outrageous, lad. But no, that was. I say it's when I heard you were in there, Brazil. That's the perfect sort of segue, just to
Yeah,
kind of steal it off you and just add into that and get a wee bit more in a discussion with it.
yeah. I don't mind it because it was, we've done questions and answers, and I think having a wee conversational topic every now and again's not a bad,
Quite
not a
good.
bad idea. To be fair, it gets everybody,
Ah,
all of us talking, and again, it provides an opportunity for any sort of viewers to comment if they agree or disagree, or even have an
yeah,
opinion that's not even been mentioned. So, by
yeah.
all means, fire it in the comments, and we'll all get a look at it. Yeah. So no,
It's always good
brilliant.
to get other people's opinions and stuff as well, because like, aye, it's us three, but I think there was somebody there with something that either that it's no concerning us, or no concerning us that we didn't think of it. Sure, it's always nice to hear other points of view.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
Right, we've got a bit of a first for the podcast this week. So I've put together a wee sort of video game trivia quiz for the
Ooh.
Perriers.
Go on.
So 5 wee questions. We'll keep score. find out who the winner of this week is, and I reckon you can get a hug or something. I don't know. That'll be about the size of the prize.
Oh no, hold on. The loser has a challenge to do.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Oh,
I don't mind that.
No, we've spoken about this privately, sort of doing this
Yeah.
kind of challenges thing. So, Nipper, you have until we've obviously got our scores in to decide a
forfeit
challenge for the loser. Forfeit
Yeah,
for the
okay.
loser.
okay.
Got it. I already know what I'm going to do, so we'll go for that. That's absolutely
And
brilliant.
for Fletcher, it can't be playing hardline because we've already seen him do that.
He's
That's unfair.
already done that, so we'll figure something else out. It's
Right.
right. So if
I fucking win then.
you are ready, you better win. Exactly. So if
I'm
you are
scared.
ready to rock and roll, we'll get started. So, right, what is the name of the first ever video game created?
Terrace.
So that is wrong
No.
from Flump and correct from
Correct.
Fletch.
Pong.
Pong is the very first video game ever created, so Fletch is one up. Good stuff. What we'll do is we'll ask the question and then just fire the answer at me. And it's I'm taking the first answer, so be careful about what you say.
That's obviously that was a bit too quick for that.
Yep. So, right. What year was the very first Call of Duty game released?
Fuck's sake, I played it as well.
So if nobody gets this, whoever is the closest, I'll get the point. So
97?
what year was the first 97? Okay, 97's wrong, but I'll not give anything away in
Yeah.
2001.
2001 is also wrong, but it is closer. So the answer
was
is
it?
2003.
Oh.
So Fletch is taking an early 2-0 lead into the penalty shootout here. So
Oh shit. Fuck it.
right. So what is the highest selling video game of all time?
GTA 5.
Okay. Fletch, what's your answer?
It's It's gotta be
Probably wrong, but
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yous are both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is Tetris.
what?
And just for
I would not have thought of that, by the way.
just for context here, by the way, right? Tetris has sold 500 million copies. Holy shit.
I would not have thought Tetris, to be honest with you.
Unbelievable. Right.
Although, it does make sense about being on fucking arcade machines and
Yeah.
Game Boys and all that. Oh, yeah,
Game
fuck,
Boy
alright.
and mobile and then current gen as well. So there's the Tetris is fucking everywhere, mate.
Wow.
Fuck, right.
Right. Flump, you are 2-0 down with
I'll
2
get
questions
shafted.
left.
I'm getting shafted here.
Right. What is the highest selling video game franchise of all time?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's in from Fletch.
Franchise.
Yep.
Probably will be. Halo?
So we've
I
gone.
mean, it probably is Call of Duty, but
Yous are both wrong.
Oh, for
Final
God's
Fantasy?
So the highest selling video game franchise, and
Oh.
you need to have thought about this. The problem is you didn't think about it for long enough, right? It's Mario.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
And that franchise, all told,
Oh.
has sold over 875 million copies.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, that.
So
Aye.
I hate to be the
Oh,
bearer
aye.
of bad news, Flump,
Oh,
but
I'm
you've
beat.
lost.
I'm beat. That's fine. I know. I understand this.
So
But we
for
still get-
pride,
At least get some dignity for the last one.
you need to, because you've got 4 out of 4 wrong here. So
Oh, I'm fucking horrible. That's fine.
right.
I never said
Question-
my memory was good.
Question number 5, right? What is the highest selling games console of all time?
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
Both locked in PlayStation 2, and that is the
PlayStation.
correct answer.
Mm.
160 million units.
Wow.
That's out. It's fucking outrageous, but it was.
What's amazing cause?
Phenomenal.
Eh? Oh,
Phenomenal.
it's fucking outrageous. The amount that thing sold was fucking unholy.
So, Flump, I'm very, very sorry to tell you, but you've lost the
Penalty.
penalty shootout 3-1.
Mate, I'm not used to winning penalty shootouts.
And
What is the
your forfeit or your challenge going forward is next week at some point on our Twitch channel.
Yes.
You have to stream
Mm-hmm.
a turn-based game that is not Expedition 33.
Okay, I've got it. It'll be. I think it'll probably one of the XCOM games. I think they're on Game Pass.
So the game is up to yourself. You've got carte blanche to pick whatever game out of that genre that you like, but it has to be turn-based, and you have to stream it
Next week,
next week on Twitch. Again, the night is up to yourself.
Monday, 7 p.m. That's when it's going to be.
Nice.
Fucking nailed it. Monday, 7 p.m. Heard it here first. Flump will be streaming one of a turn-based game because he failed the challenge and he got
Because I'm
1
a
out of
fucking
5.
dumbass. Because I'm a
He got-
dumbass.
We got 1 out of 5 on a video game quiz.
I'll be-
Shocking.
I'll be
Fucking give me date, mate.
episode-
I can barely remember my main family's fucking birthdays. I struggle with that having a fucking date. But no, that's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. Very valid.
Brilliant.
Ah,
I'll get episode 8's quiz put together.
Yeah, okay,
Cool.
so you can do the next one and we'll see if we can get Flump to do 2 challenges in a row.
that's fine. Because episode 9, both these are fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't kidding. I'm a fuck you both up.
So that's the point of the challenges, is to make the other person as uncomfortable as possible while playing video games. So, yeah.
It's gonna
Standard
be
stuff.
interesting. To be honest with you, it will be interesting. I'll take a proper look through and see if I've got and I'll play one.
Just
But turn-based-
whatever you fancy. While we're on the
Fine.
subject of our Twitch channel, we obviously, myself and Mr. Flumpasaur, with Fletch being away for work this week, we played a bit of we did a bit of role play,
it
a bit of
was glorious.
a bit of police work for the evening. So we played Police Simulator. I don't know if anybody's played it. I'd never played that. I'd never played it before.
Ah.
It was entertaining, I think would be the word I would use to describe it. It was.
If what,
It was
If
It
you want
was a
any
laugh.
specifics, people, day 2. Look at day 2.
no, don't look at day 2. I did not cover myself in
Specifically-
glory that day.
Specifically day 2. Because we found what can only be described as a fucking superhero.
Yeah,
Not gonna tell you why, but
No.
we found one, and it was
And-
glorious.
and we suffered the consequences for it. So
Yeah. Fuck. Honestly, I genuinely had a lot of fun playing that way. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
no, it was a laugh.
I want to see another.
Also, while we're talking about it, we need to mention, because we've obviously criticised developers, what a fucking shambles firefighter simulator squad is, by the way.
Oh my god!
What
that
a
best of-
shit show of a game that is.
Right now. I
Shit
can tell you,
show.
the gameplay, fine.
Yep.
If you're playing it by yourself, fine. Nipper,
What you would
why
expect.
don't you tell us how difficult it was to get into a game with each other? But not only that,
Fucking impossible.
and what did you do to your PC? Partly because of it.
Yeah. So to give a bit of context, I have a dual monitor setup. So I've got a vertical monitor on my left here and a horizontal monitor. on right in front of me. So I'm a bit of a rage monster. So when something really just when something really doesn't sit properly with me, I tend to lose my shit. If you've watched any of our videos or any of our Twitch streams, especially Fortnite, you'll see that I lose my shit entirely quite regularly. So we were trying to figure out, and by the way, this wasn't even on stream or on a recording. This was private, trying to get a squad set up so that me and Flump could play Firefighter Simulator together, which we'd done the night before on Police Simulator with zero problems.
Fucking breeze.
Zero
Breeze.
problems.
Breeze.
Could we get this fucking game to work? No.
Not the slightest.
So, once we'd given up on the fact that the game wasn't going to work, my PC just decided it didn't want to work at all. It thought, fuck it, lads, we're done for the night. So, me in an absolute fit of rage, and just to give you a bit more context, I pulled all of the leads out of the back of my PC. So my PC went off, I pulled all of the leads out of the back, and I was about that away from tipping my PC out that window. And the window was open, and the PC was up off of the deck, and it was going until I realised how much money I had actually spent on my PC. And I put it down, and I calmed down, and I joined Flump for some Fortnite shenanigans. After
Which
that,
was fucking hilarious, by the way.
Yeah,
That
it was.
was worth it.
genuinely was.
Tasmania.
It seems to be hilarious every time that we do it. It's just
So,
ridiculous.
during the Fortnite shenanigans, I nearly died twice. I turned
Yep.
into a Tasmanian devil.
the
Zipper was having the time of his life. Gabby was having the time of life. Koopy was just happy that I was nearly dead. You fuck. Amelia, we broke her fucking keyboard with a.
Yep,
We
the amount
broke,
of
we broke,
swearing.
I think we broke her and her keyboard, and I nearly died again.
We
Fucking worth
definitely,
it.
we definitely nearly broke Flump. You were nearly having
Oh,
episode 7
that
with just
was-
me and Fletch tonight. So
I was gone, man.
actually.
And honestly, at one point, I legitimately could not breathe because I was laughing. Like it was, there was nothing coming in my lungs. I was gone. I fully accepted that.
Again, just to put a little bit of context in there for people who may not have seen it, our resident Flumpasaur, when he gets a bit excited, his words tend to join together, and there's not much of a gap in between them, and they just all. I mean, us as Scottish people, we speak fast anyway, but Flump takes this to a next level and forgets all about grammar and how to pronounce words, and it just becomes one. So he got himself a bit excited at one point, and he literally said, "Ah, blah, 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 blah." So, oh no, he's away. We broke him again.
Oh no, it's fucking terrible.
So, what preceded that was myself and Koopy basically doing Tasmanian Devil impressions, and Flump nearly dying from laughter. So
There was some
It would have
Chewbacca.
been a worthy death.
there was some Chewbacca involved as
There
well.
was.
You need to obviously
And
mention that.
also what can only be described as absolutely bullying talk to a little bit. I put a little player, should we say?
Oh, at the end,
You know?
that was
Oh, aye.
great, bro.
At your first game, it's like
Four
there's
on
like
them.
he said there was 4 players left. It's me versus 3. I'll be fine. In come 5 years.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us, Darth Vader and Chewbacca, and that boy got bullied.
Yeah, we broke the squad limit, did we? So
Did they deserve it? Aye.
100%. Yeah,
Aye.
absolutely.
Oh, what in the win?
So if you ever wanted any more of a reason to go and visit our Twitch channel and have a look at the nonsense that happens, you get to hear Flump's Tasmanian Devil / Jimmy Carr impression. along with some Chewbacca, a bit of Yoda. I think was chucked in there at some point as well. So
Yeah, a little bit there.
so yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's me sold our Twitch channel. I don't think we
Yeah.
can
Oh, no,
say any more than that.
it's quite a. The VODs are always up there. You can have a watch. It's fun. There's always a few of us at least playing something. Until one
Absolutely,
day, then.
absolutely.
One day
a
gonna
lot
be
of
fun.
dodgy innuendos from me.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a naughty boy. You're a naughty boy.
Yeah, I think orgy of innuendos is actually quite well put, to be perfectly honest.
Very much so. Very much so.
But yeah,
Aye.
no, I think that's pretty much us for episode 7. So we've done well.
Fucking
We've got another good cracking episode out. So
Yeah.
I think from me again, it's we wouldn't be doing this if people weren't watching it and people weren't asking questions and trying to find out more. And we've made some good pals along the way, and in the Discord we've created ourselves a nice little community and things like that. So
Yep.
it's been good and it's been nice.
Yeah, it's honestly great. It's fun. That's what it is.
It's fun.
Unless you're Amelia, then we feel bad for her.
Yeah, and our broken keyboard. So yeah,
I paid for that. I'm not paying for it.
no, I know she got a sub to the channel just to try and ease the pain a little bit.
Yep, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So listen, we'll call that there. Thanks very much. Episode 7's a wrap. I can't actually believe that the next time we're recording it'll be episode 8. That's just
That's gonna be outrageous, by the way.
it's
Fuck,
mind blowing.
Even the odd numbers hurting my feelings.
Well, 7's done, so you don't need to worry about it anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're on to 8. So yeah, no, listen, thank you all very much. It's hugely appreciated, and we'll see you at some point along the road.
Thank
See you
you.
Thanks, guys.
Pleasure as always.